I've been running my own AI automation agency for the last 18 months, consistently hitting 5 figures per month. And I need to tell you something that's going to piss off a lot of people. The skills that got us here are about to be completely worthless. Not the agency model itself, that's still viable, but the way most people are approaching it, that's going to leave them broke and wondering what the hell happened. Over the past 18 months, I've worked with about 50 companies across various industries, and I've seen patterns. I've watched the market shift. And what I'm about to share is based on real conversations with real clients making real decisions about their AI investments right now. And here's the uncomfortable truth nobody wants to admit. Clients don't buy automations. They buy solutions to their business problems. And while everyone's obsessing over learning the latest automation tools, the market is fundamentally changing underneath our feet. And most people have zero clue what's coming. Let me show you how fast this is happening. 2 years ago, building a solid automation required genuine technical knowledge. You had to understand API configurations, webhook setups, error handling, data transformation, stuff that took real time to master. I remember spending entire weekends trying to figure out why a simple make.com integration wasn't working. That was hours of debugging, reading documentation that might as well have been written in ancient Greek. But today, one of our clients built a full functioning end-to-end system, including automations in the front end. And if clients who barely know how to use email can create complete business systems, what does that say about the value of technical expertise? And here's the ultimate proof the technical barrier is falling. I recently watched a client build an automation using a platform that I've never heard of. They just described what they wanted in plain English, and the platform built the entire workflow for them. Now, this is the same functionality as something I would have charged several $100,000 for. And he built it in one afternoon using natural language prompts. So there was no technical knowledge required. He didn't need to read any API documentation, and there wasn't any webhook configurations to debug. And that's when I realized the technical stuff is not where the real knowledge value lives anymore. And if you're still competing on technical skills alone, you're fighting for scraps. And this isn't the first time that this has happened. In the 1980s, operating a computer was a specialized skill that commanded premium wages. But what happened by the 2000s? Computer literacy was expected by practically everybody. In the 1990s, building a website required knowledge of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Web developers were literally digital wizards. But today, anyone can build a better looking website using Webflow or Squarespace. And the same thing happened with graphic design, video editing, and music production. And it's now happening to automation just as fast. And the warning signs are everywhere. One of our clients, a $50 million a year e-commerce consumer brand, mentioned that they're looking to hire an internal AI automation specialist. And this wasn't some tech startup. This was a traditional e-commerce company that's been around for years. And they handle physical shipments, customer tickets, product returns. It's about as non-technical as you can get. And if this e-commerce company is talking about hiring an internal automation specialist, something has fundamentally shifted. And I'm seeing this pattern across multiple industries. A local dental practice contacted me recently because they saw my videos on YouTube. And what they asked me is if they could learn to do what I'm implementing themselves. A local restaurant chain wanted to know, how hard is this automation stuff really? And one of my first clients, a law firm in the United States, told me that their 22-year-old intern built something with Claude that replicated 80% of an automation that I charged him $1,000 for. And this was the first automation that I built in make.com when I started my automation agency. And I charged this client $1,000 for about 3 hours worth of work. So here's what's actually happening. Clients are getting better at the technical stuff, but they still struggle with something entirely different. Understanding what actually needs to be automated in the first place. Most business owners look at the operations and they see chaos. They know things could be better, but they can't pinpoint what's broken or how to fix it. They just know they're spending too much time on the stuff that feels like it should be easier. And that's where the real value is. Not in the building, but in the diagnosing. And in this example, I worked at a law firm with about 10 employees. Now, they were doing a lot of things manually. So the way this automation works is that the webhook is triggered when they get leads in their Gmail inbox. So this law firm was buying leads from an external source. This source will send them to their company Gmail. And then once that email is received, it will trigger this automation. It will then use OpenAI's ChatGPT to identify what the problem is. So it looks at the case history, the prospect's name, a description of the problem, etc. And then based on that, it will then route it down to 2 different branches of the automation. The CRM that they use is close.com. And so it will either create a contact inside of the CRM if it doesn't exist, or if they do exist, it will then go to the second branch and then process their sales pipeline. That's the basic fundamentals of what this automation is doing without getting too technical. Now, initially they contacted me wanting to automate this entire process because initially when the leads came in, there was actually an intern that managed the Gmail inbox. So they would actually do this process manually. They would take the leads and create them inside of close.com. And as you can imagine, this was taking hours. But more importantly, that admin assistant was making mistakes. But fundamentally, the biggest problem was this approach isn't scalable. In an 8-hour working day, how many leads can an admin assistant process? 8, maybe 10. So in the old approach, I would have said, great, I can build an entire automated AI-powered solution using make.com, integrated with Close, and to make it as efficient as possible. But now the new approach would be, I ask deeper questions. Where was the time actually being spent? What information do you need for each prospect or lead? Who was involved in creating these leads on close.com? And what happens after after each lead is created. And for the most part, it turns out that the most time-consuming part isn't just the lead intake. It's gathering all the information needed and then to follow up with these leads. They didn't know whether they should send an email, an SMS message before they pass this warm lead on to an actual qualified lawyer. And we're all going to become what I like to call AI transformation partners, because this is fundamentally different from being an automation builder. An AI transformation partner is somebody who understands business operations at a strategic level. They use AI to solve real problems and not just automate tasks. It's someone that doesn't just ask, what can I automate? Instead, it's somebody who asks, what problems are preventing this business from achieving its goals and how can AI solve them? They don't just build workflows. They redesign business processes to be more effective, then use AI to enable those better processes. They don't just save time. They create competitive advantages, unlock new revenue streams, and solve problems that previously couldn't be solved before AI existed. And this is what will keep you sustainable and relevant over the next decade. Let me show you the new value hierarchy. So level 1 is tools operations. That's knowing how to use n8n, make.com, or Zapier. But that's being commoditized rapidly because n8n just released a natural language automation creation. And what that means is that you can now build workflows using basic prompting. Level 2 is technical integration. That's understanding APIs, data transformations, and it's still valuable today, but it won't be for long. Level 3 is solution design. This is knowing what to automate and how to structure workflows. And it's probably valuable for maybe another 12 to 18 months. And level 4 is problem diagnosis. This is understanding business processes well enough to identify what's broken. And this is where the money is moving. And level 5 is strategic AI transformation. And this is redesigning how businesses operate using AI as an enabler. And this is where the real value has always been. And it's where it's heading. Most agencies are now competing at levels 1 to 3. They're fighting over technical implementation work that's getting cheaper every month. And I know this because my invoices for technical implementation is getting lower and lower. And the smart money is moving to level 4 and 5. Here's another example that illustrates the difference. This is an automation built for a care homes group in Australia. And they wanted to automate their inventory tracking. Now that seems straightforward, right? They were manually updating spreadsheets and wanted something more sophisticated. Now most agencies would have quoted them on building an inventory management system. But when I dug into their actual operations, I discovered that inventory tracking was a symptom of a much larger issue. They had no clear reorder protocols. The production manager ordered materials when they felt like they were running low. The owner would override decisions based on cash flow concerns. And sales teams promised delivery dates without checking actual inventory levels. And sometimes they run out of critical materials, which is a big deal if you're running a care home. And other times they'd overorder and tie up cash in excess inventory. The manual spreadsheet tracking was just documenting the chaos, not causing it. The solution wasn't better inventory tracking. It was establishing clear reorder points, defining purchase authority levels, and creating visibility into the entire supply chain process. So I set up automatic reordering triggers based on actual usage data, created approval workflows for large purchases, and built dashboards giving everyone real-time visibility. What was the impact? Inventory issues went from monthly to quarterly. Cash flow improved because they weren't over-ordering supplies. Production efficiency increased because they weren't running out of materials. And this resulted in over $100,000 in annual net impact, which meant that they could focus on what they're good at, which is providing excellent care to senior citizens. And most of it came from strategic thinking, not actual technical implementation. Here's another major shift. AI tools are getting so good at technical implementation that soon describing what you want accurately will be more valuable than knowing how to build it. But here's the catch. Most business owners are terrible at describing what they actually need. They'll say, automate our customer service, when what they actually mean is we spend too much time answering the same basic questions and want to focus on complex issues that require human judgment. They'll say things like, we need better lead tracking, when what they actually mean is leads are falling through the cracks somewhere in our sales process and we don't have the clear visibility into our pipeline. This translation skill from vague business pains to specific action requirements is becoming incredibly valuable, and it's not going to be commoditized. And I've started using what I like to call the business impact assessment with every potential client, and it has a few tiers. So the first tier is efficiency improvements, making existing processes faster or easier, and this saves time but doesn't fundamentally change outcomes. Tier 2 is cost reductions. This is about eliminating significant manual work or reducing operational expenses. It has a clear ROI but limited upside. Tier 3 is revenue enhancement, and if you're a business owner, this is where you're going to see the needle move, because this directly improves the business's ability to generate more money, and it captures opportunities that were previously missed. Tier 4 is competitive differentiation, and this creates advantages competitors cannot easily replicate, and this changes the fundamental value proposition of the business. And so most agencies focus on tier 1, automating the obvious stuff, but the real value is in tier 3 and tier 4. Identifying opportunities at these levels requires a deep business understanding, not just technical know-how. And here's one more example to make this concrete. This is a local accounting firm who was struggling with client communication. They wanted to automate their client update process because staff were spending spending hours every week manually sending progress reports. And the traditional approach would have been building an automated response system that pulls data from project management software and sends regular updates. But with the new approach, I figured out why client communication was such a big problem. And through conversations with their team, I discovered that clients weren't complaining about the frequency of updates. They were complaining about the quality. The manual reports were generic project status updates that didn't tell the clients what they actually wanted to know. And these are questions like, is my project on track? Are there any issues that I need to know about? What do you need from me to keep things moving? The real problem wasn't automation. It was their staff that didn't know how to communicate effectively with clients about project status. So instead of automating bad communication, I redesigned their entire client communication framework. We identified the key information clients actually wanted, created templates for different types of updates, and built simple workflows to ensure nothing important was missed. It looks complicated, but actually the automation was quite minimal. It's really some basic triggers, updates in Google Sheets, and reminders. But the business impact was huge. Client satisfaction scores improved dramatically, staff felt more confident in client interactions, and they went from regular communication issues to clients frequently complimenting them on how well informed they were. And again, I want you to notice that the value wasn't in the technical implementation. This make.com build was actually quite simple. The value was in understanding what good client communication actually looks like and designing a system to deliver it consistently. So here's what success is going to look like going forward into 2026. The agencies that thrived in 2025 won't be the most technically sophisticated. They'll be the ones that position themselves as AI transformation partners who happen to use automation as one tool among many. They'll spend more time analyzing business operations than configuring integrations. They'll ask more questions about business outcomes than technical specifications, and they'll price based on business impact rather than technical complexity. A simple automation that solves a $100,000 problem is worth more than a complex automation that solves a $5,000 problem. And they won't just automate existing processes. They'll redesign processes to be more effective than to automate the improved workflows. They'll develop a deep expertise in specific industries rather than broad technical knowledge across all platforms. They'll speak the language of business outcomes, increase revenue, reduce costs, improve efficiency, competitive advantages, rather than the language of technical features. And most importantly of all, they'll position themselves as partners in business transformation, not just vendors of technical services. So what should you actually do with this information? Well, first, stop obsessing over automation tools. You probably already know enough technical stuff to be effective. Learning more tools won't differentiate you in a market where the tools are getting easier to use every week. Instead, start learning about actual business operations and actual business problems. Get out there and talk to business owners. Pick an industry or two and become an expert in how those businesses actually work and the common issues that they face. Understand their typical challenges. What is the revenue models, the operational bottlenecks, seasonal patterns, regulatory requirements, competitive pressures. Read industry publications, join professional associations, attend industry conferences, and use my favorite platform of all, Reddit, because there are a lot of business owners on Reddit who are looking for solutions to their problems. And if you understand this, you can find these clients on there and you can sell solutions. So the main point is talk to business owners about real challenges. The second point, develop your diagnostic skills. Practice looking at business problems and identifying root causes versus symptoms. When somebody says we need to automate X, train yourself to ask, why do you need to do that? What's currently happening with X? What's the real impact of the current situation? What happens if this doesn't get fixed? And what have you tried before to solve this? Learn to dig beneath the surface level requests to understand the underlying business drivers. And third, learn to communicate in terms of business outcomes, not technical features. When I understood this, my business fundamentally changed in how much I could bill prospective clients when selling them my services. So instead of saying I can build you a multi-step automation with advanced filtering and conditional logic, say I can help you ensure your high priority leads get immediate attention while routine inquiries are handled automatically. So your sales team focuses their time on prospects most likely to buy. The shift here is that you're going to focus on the business result, not the technical process. And here's your timeline and how this is going to play out. In the next 6 months, technical automation skills become less valuable as AI improves and platforms become more user-friendly. In the next 12 months, basic automation building becomes accessible to most business owners. The technical barrier to entry is essentially disappearing. In the next 18 months, the only agencies making serious money are the ones who evolved into AI transformation partners, or the ones that are super niched into one specific thing. And in the next 24 months, pure automation becomes a race to the bottom. AI automation agency becomes AI business transformation. The technical component becomes invisible infrastructure rather than the main proposition. And I'm not trying to scare anyone out of this business. I'm trying to help you evolve with it before you have to. And the opportunity is still massive because businesses are still investing heavily into AI transformation and digital innovation. But the value is shifting from technical implementation to strategic business solving, from automation building to business analysis, and from knowing how to use tools to knowing how to diagnose problems and designing AI solutions. The agencies that see this shift coming and adapt early will dominate their markets. And they'll command premium prices because they're solving high value problems and enabling business transformation. They're not just automating tasks. And the ones that are grinding on all technical skills, they're the ones that find themselves competing on price with freelancers, internal teams, and eventually AI systems themselves. And so to wrap this up, you have a choice. Evolve now while you have time to do it strategically, or get forced into evolving later when the market has already shifted and you're scrambling to catch up. And if this video resonated with you, do me a favor and smash the like button, because I'm going to keep sharing real value, unfiltered truth about where this industry is heading, even when it's uncomfortable to hear. And the future belongs to the AI transformation partners who can solve real problems and not just build automations. So don't wait until you have to change. Start evolving now. And if you want to see exactly how I'm applying these principles in real client work, click on the link in the description and sign up to the private community. We're called the Automation Kings, and I'm helping people just like you build AI agencies, create side hustles, or just get their toes wet by using simple AI automations. Click on the link in the description, sign up, and I'll see you on the inside. Thank you so much if you made it this far. Your support to this channel is truly appreciated, and I definitely know who the OGs are, the guys that followed me from the first day that I posted my first video. Thank you so much, and I'll see you when the next video drops. Take care.